many, many years ago. And so what you're seeing is that planning regime be implemented. Since that time, with Places to Grow, we are working to build a more compact and walkable community. So we've identified 4 nodes throughout the city, and one of those nodes is the South End around Clare and Gordon. And so what you'll see over time is that becoming a more intensely built area to support that type of walkable community. As we look south of Clare Road to between the area of Clare and Maltby, that area will be built with the new planning policies in place. And so will look very different and feel very different. We have opportunities there to create more urban villages, which are more compact and have more complete services within a walking distance. So what you're seeing is an evolution in the policies that our city has, and our thinkings, our understanding of what it means to be a sustainable community. And we've been very much supported by the provincial legislation of Places to Grow, which has given us the tools and the teeth to be able to build the community that we want to live in the future.
Well, thank you. Yeah, the one thing I wanted to touch on was the land south of Clare Road, and when that, it's called the South Secondary Plan, and when that comes forward, there'll be a lot of public consultation that will involve the community to figure out exactly how is the look and the feel of those developments in the future going to interact with the existing development and what the public is looking for. And one of the things that's always high again on the list is this walkable communities, making sure that we question specified small businesses. So if we have these nodes that also look for these medium to small size little businesses, that's the type of feel that a lot of communities in the future, I believe, are going to be having. And it's one of the type of communities that's going to be built that I think a lot of people are actually going to want to live in. It's going to be an attractive place for people that are going to want to set up their roots and buy their home and raise their kids there. But for those that are in that area as well, it's not only the walkable, but for the bike trails, and also make sure that they're in that area, to make sure that if you wanted to be living in that area to get to the university and you wanted to use bikes, that would be in place as well. It is down the road, but it's something that needs to be kind of on our radar right now because of those south lands that will be coming in queue in the planning in the near future.
The planning department, we're looking, when they plan things, we're obviously looking farther into the future. So I was just trying to get an idea of how far ahead these plans are being made. Because I think this is one of the things that we are struggling with. We always seem to be left behind. We're always left out of the loop. It's always after the fact where we ask these questions, well, what about this and what about that? And we do have public consultations. I'm very familiar with those. But I have seen many times in the minutes where public consultation is given. And it's received, acknowledged, and thank you very much. And now let's get to business. That does seem to be some of the mind frame in our current system. And it is just the fact that that's the way the system is designed, because we are trusting the planners to develop the best city for us. And the matter of fact is, the planners, I don't mean to generalize, but the planner does not believe that we are as intelligent as a planner, and they do not value our input as much as their agenda. So I think we should change that by being allowed.
I spent a lot of time in this stuff and myself, so forgive me if I sound ignorant of all issues going on here. It sounds like to me it's an issue of urban expansion, which is going to be happening in the future for the city, because the city is going to grow, the city is going to raise I'm a big believer in the importance of pedestrian infrastructure. I think pedestrian infrastructure is absolutely shameful, especially in towns like this, because we're so focused on our lives. So I would like to see innovative and revolutionary new thinking into how our pedestrian infrastructure is built and how it is engaged by the community, because the vast majority of people who are outside of the store they're choosing their cars. It's just the fact of the matter. And they're within walking distance of places that they're driving to. And they could walk to those places if there was incentive and a little bit of political pressure. Follow that pressure. So, add bicycling on top of that, because obviously you increase the amount of bicyclists, you increase the amount of pedestrians, you're reducing the strain on the transit system, which can then be Here, just reducing the negative effect of having so many vehicles just everywhere all the time on roads. That's the kind of negative effect of any solution.
It is a bit odd because if you were plunked down on Clare Road, you wouldn't necessarily, if you weren't from here, you wouldn't know you were in Guelph. It doesn't look like Guelph when we think of environmentally friendly, progressive, conscious-minded Guelph. So how does that happen? And I asked myself, how is it with after three terms with Karen Frobridge as mayor, we seem to have developed in ways that are quite different from what Karen herself would have championed in her earlier years. We do have some. I speculate that maybe it's a matter of, again, having an administrative structure that's become too large and unwieldy, that has too much power perhaps. Maybe council needs to provide closer supervision. Maybe that will require having full-time councillors who are there. But I've also attributed it to possibly to debt, because Karen mentioned the credit rating, which is very nice. But credit ratings are, a credit rating is a message from Standard & Poor's to banks, not a message to residents about how money is spent and whether that's appropriate. So I would like to see better control of the planning process by council so that things are done in a way that's sustainable.
I think Guelph does an exceptional job accommodating bikers and walkers, people using non-traditional modes of transportation in the city. In fact, I was reading just the other day that we're in the silver medal category in Ontario for accommodating bikers. The only city in the West is Ottawa who has a gold medal in that We've done a really good job accommodating bikers in the city, but I'll give you an example. Just this morning I'm riding my bike to work and it's pouring rain outside, and I'm not too inclined to ride down Speedville or Gordon Hill in the rain on the side of the road, even though there's a bike path. So as I'm riding to work, I'm thinking to myself, there's got to be a better way to accommodate bikes in the city. And as I veer my bike onto the sidewalk, because I no longer feel safe riding on the road, I think to myself, well, what would happen if the sidewalk was about a foot wider? Kind of laying down the center of it, from walkers on one side and bikers on the other. And it's these innovative ideas, and talking with all of you about those ideas, it's these innovative ideas that we need to bring to Guelph and find ways that we can accommodate bikers, walkers, without scorning those who drive literally the economic engines to our society today. And as far as businesses in the South End are concerned, let's make it easy for small businesses to operate in Guelph. We're the only ones that stand to benefit from that.
As a conclusion, I would invite each candidate to share a 1-minute closing statement.
Finishing remark. Here's I can do this election, you can approach it from various ways, but I approach it with a passion for democracy. I believe this is a statement election for the city, because if you look at our options here, essentially there are two very serious contenders, and Mr. Blockhouse is being given a lot of press. So they're probably the main three as to what they are. Career politician who has done good things and done bad things, and somebody deserves a chance to move away from what he's been doing, or someone else to be given a chance to do a great job in this city. Mr. Guthrie loves the city, I'm sure he'll do a good job in what he does, but we should not be electing a conservative, considering the kind of shenanigans that conservatives try to pull in our town. It would just be very, very negative for us to have that kind of thing happen in this town. And, I mean, if I wasn't running, I would consider Jason Luska. He seems like he cares enough. He's at least engaging in this political. But again, he's not a guy who is outside the box. He literally tells you he's a guy between Frobridge and Guthrie.
That's time.
Most people don't want that.
My platform is very simple. I am trying to represent you, and I would enable you to have a voice. I would enable you to weigh in to me directly, and I will vote based upon what the majority of Guelphites want. I know we need to get involved in politics, and I know that's one of the questions. We only had 34% of people vote last night. People don't care. I believe we will care if we are given the power to have a voice, the power to give your ideas meaning. We are all smart, intelligent people, except for maybe my campaign manager who's sitting there. I had to pull him up. But we are all intelligent people. We have the ability to do this. We need to look even beyond Guelph. We need to look at our 20 years from now, it's not going to be a pretty picture. We need to make changes now.
Well, thank you. Thanks everyone for coming today. I really appreciate the opportunity. And yeah, please get to know me over here. We'd love to talk. So we've heard a lot of great ideas, had great discussion. I challenged you at the beginning in my opening remarks that I wanted you to stay after 4 years. I'm really proud of this city. My family's been in this city since 1919, and I think this is a great city. I just want it to be better, and that's what my city, that's what my campaign's all about, getting us to be just a little bit better. And you know what? In the next 4 years, you're going to be graduating from here, and you're going to be looking for a job, and you're going to be looking for that first day in your new job. Well, I'm here today, sitting here, and I'm looking for my first day. I'm looking for you to give me the opportunity to lead this city. I have the business, private sector experience behind me. I also have 4 years as a city councilor, and I come with fresh ideas that I know would be very good for this city if you give me the opportunity. I'm blessed to be here today. I want to get to know all of you if you just give me a shot. Again, my website is abetterwealth.ca.
I came to Guelph 35 years ago to go to this university. And like so many of us that are in this city, I never left because Guelph is such a great place to live and to work. I really understand how important this university is to our community. All of you have the right to vote in this election and choose who will be the mayor for the next 4 years. I know many of you are from Guelph, those of you who even will make your home elsewhere. Helping Guelph to become more prosperous, more green, and more caring over the next 4 years will help all cities, including your own. I made a personally tough and necessary decision to make sure buses were running in time for the fall semester. I was the mayor who worked with students to bring the universal bus pass. I believe in a Guelph built on community, responsibility, and hard work. Those are the values that I see every day in Griffins. I'm a proud Griffin. I ask for your support. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody at University of Guelph for hosting the debate today. Like I said at the beginning of this panel, this is my biggest debate. Guys, I was in your shoes in April. I just graduated from the UG, studying political science here. I love this place, and I love this city. I have a lot of big ideas for this city going forward. I've been blessed to have this learning experience under my belt. I've learned more in campaign the past 2 months than arguably I did 4 years here. So you guys have given me a lot to be happy about, a lot to look forward to. And by all means, come talk to me afterwards. I'd love to hear more, so thank you.
I'm mindful that, of course, this is a university campus and a lot of your students. I'm a professor, so this is a comfortable spot to be in. Tuition rates and property tax rates do tend to go up for some of the same reasons. And for me, I think that an overly large administrative structure is something that can be addressed. If we spent less money municipally on our administration, and particularly less money on outside consultants and on debt servicing charges, subsidies, and unnecessary capital projects, legal fees, legal errors, lawsuits, settlements, and so on, that we would have more money to underwrite the kinds of services, the people that provide the services that contribute to our well-being, that contribute to the quality of our lives and to our property values. So that's the essence of my platform.
I would like to thank all the candidates for coming today. It's much appreciated for you to come and share your ideas with us all. And I'd like to thank all the attenders for the event as well. It's great to see so many faces here interested in local politics.